Hey guys.
The Swiss folk masters are back with a new track. The name of the track is Aidus. And the name of the band, you guessed it, Eluveitie. They're back. They're back with strength. I believe there's a record in the horizon, in the event horizon, if I will. And this is the first single. I'm just fucking ready to go. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Alright, let's fucking do it. No time can be wasted. Oh, is it over? Tell me it's... Oh, come on! Put that shit on fucking repeat. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. This was so... You make us wait for so fucking long for a new song? And you give us 5 minutes and 41 seconds? When the whole video says it's 6 minutes and 36 seconds?
Do you know what's funny, though? Is like, I thought it stopped beforehand... And then he went with that, and then it stopped again. I'm like, oh, they're doing the stop and go again. And I saw the time. I'm like, oh, we have enough time for more. I guess they're trying to go for the the death triangle, but no, just it ends there.
This is the kind of band I've seen them live. It's the kind of band live that if they ever ask, like, do you guys want one more song or 2 more songs? The answer is yes. You want all of it. 1, 2, 1 and 2, which makes it 3.
I was gonna say technically,
whatever.
If you say yes, then it's 3.
That's what I was going for. Because I don't want 1, I don't want 2, I want 3.
I want 3. I want more than 3, but if you're on the ad,
dude, like, second video that we do with this band this week, because that was the one with Fawn, right? Where I felt like that one also went a little bit too short. I could have gone for a little bit longer.
Definitely.
And now the second one where I feel like this one, they could have gone a little bit long. Like, I know, like, you don't want to overstay your welcome.
Exactly.
And you don't want the song to...
I mean, what the song technically...
To expire.
Technically, the song did its thing. I mean,
it's just that I want more.
Exactly, but that's what the song is supposed to. The first single is always going to make you want more.
Not always.
Not always.
Some bands put out some fucking duds as the singles. Not just the first, but as the singles in general.
They're going to say as their music in general, but
well, if the music is already a dud, then the singles are not going to save them, are they?
Exactly.
You know?
But, I mean, they did what good singles should do, is make you wanting more, without making you feel too full of the band, or like you weren't fully pleased with the song. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this is like a good meal. Or this is what a good meal should be, which is to satisfy you, but not to the point where you're completely full, but not to the point that you're necessarily hungry. But it kind of... It's satisfying when they left a little bit of room.
But you're still there for dessert.
At the very least, an espresso.
Exactly.
At the end, the very least, an espresso.
Because I'm not full. I'm not very full, but...
I'm not completely full, but I'm not hungry either.
I think it was more because seeing that...
Or at least when you walk away from the restaurant, you're like, man, I have to come back again. That was good. Yeah. That was good.
Because seeing the other time there, I'm like, fuck, they're doing the stop, go, stop. Because I thought it ended the first time it kind of stopped. Then the drums came back in. We went with another one. And, oh my god, the duo... I mean, we saw this in the other song, but I just love hearing that the yodeling, I guess you could say.
Oh, yeah, I guess yodeling. I think
yodeling
I don't even
with
know
the harsh vocals. I fucking love that shit so much. I love it so much. I don't know why, but
the hills are alive with the sound of music.
Exactly, man. I fucking love that combination. So
let's break this down into 2 things. First, let's talk about the video. I love the video. I love the visuals of the video. I like the fact that it's almost like black and white. Like there's a lack of color, if you will, in the video, but it works really well with the makeup, with the way the shamans look like. 'Cause this was like a conglomerate of shamans. Blowing their trumpets, oh Gabriel. You know what I mean? So there was a little bit of all of that. I love the visuals of the video. The video is really well done. The whole forest thing, the shamans, the look, the fact that they went with that style of color for the video to really enhance the makeup that they had on, that the shamans looked. If the video is in any other color, I think you lose a little bit of that aspect, of that ratio, different ratio that exists with the darkness and the light, with the makeup and how they look like, and the shadows and everything else. I thought that was phenomenally done, really well thought out, really well executed. So I really enjoyed that. Throwing in bits and pieces of the band playing the song adds to the flavor. It adds to the flavor. I think if this video was just the shamans in the forest, it wouldn't have the same kind of impact. You kind of need that, but you also need to see the band performing the song. You need the two to interlace with one another. You really do. So I absolutely love the visual aspect, the videography, if you will, of this music video. And then when it comes to the band performing, it's always fun to see the hurdy-gurdy, the violin, the harp, the guitars, the drums, and the drummer.
Oh yeah,
dude, like, fuck, man, like, I absolutely love that shit. You know, like so, I don't know, so blasé, but like, yeah, but it's just fucking sounding amazing. I fucking love it. The drummer killed it on this track. So from a video perspective, that's what I have to say. I really enjoyed the video. I like the combination of the two elements of the shamans in the forest and the band. Do you agree?
I agree.
All right, so do you want to add anything, or we want to move on?
I want to move into the song as quickly as
So let's
possible.
get into the song. Let me start off by saying this. I love the fact that this song had a lot of heaviness. This is a fucking heavy track.
Yeah.
All right? Now, you could say that there's momentums within the track that's more folky, but those momentums, when they are happening, the song is not heavy at all. At that point, the song is just a folk track. Yeah. Almost like a heirloom track at that point. It's just that when the song gets heavy, there's still folk elements in that heaviness, but at that point, they're more of a layer, just kind of a fragrance. They're not driving the song. What's driving the song?
They're not the main piece anymore.
No, but the song is made up of pieces because it has that stop and go. Like when its go is heavy, it's a metal track. When it's go, it's a metal track. It still has some underlining folk elements, but it's a metal track. But when it stops from going and slows down, it becomes a complete folk track. Like I said, almost like something out of Heirloom. It's just like very earthy, for lack of a better word, where you could hear more of the hurdy-gurdy, you could hear more of the violins, of the harp, the woodling, or what do you call it?
What,
the odling? Odling. A little bit more of that during some of those pieces.
Okay.
What? The singing. Fuck.
Yodeling.
Yodeling, odling, whatever. I don't fucking speak English. That's not my first language.
Odling.
Whatever. You get my point.
I thought you were talking about like an instrument or something. I'm like...
No, there's no fucking instrument named odling. At least not that I know of.
Not that I know of either.
Alright, so anyways, I love the way this track comes at you. Because it gives you the heaviness. It's fucking heavy. Still has some underlining folk elements there. Never really loses track of that. But then when the heaviness completely drops, it's just, like I said, a complete folk track. Straight up, very earthy, very stripped down. Then the heaviness comes back again. It's almost like the tide of the ocean. You know, it's coming, it's going, it's coming, it's going. It kind of felt like that. And I absolutely love it because it doesn't it's not a track that's led by one element. It's led by different elements depending on where you are within the song. So, and that to me is what made this song really interesting. It's like the waves of the ocean. Sometimes you're at the peak, sometimes you're at the bottom. So there's
the song is always able to keep you entertained.
Always, because none of the moments stay for too long.
Exactly. And just like the song itself, it makes you feel like I kind of want that moment to trickle back in. I want to hear that again. But if it doesn't show up, you're spinning again for the song again. This song is just it's made in a perfect formula, and it's just a perfect song in general. The way it's been crafted, the way everything in the song musically, it's just a perfect song. I mean, it has every little thing you really need for a first single.
When the track gets heavy and you start to getting into the heaviness of the track, you're like, fuck, this is heavy. The moment you say to yourself, fuck, this is heavy,
everything else comes in.
And the song stops being heavy. Then it becomes a full song.
Which is funny, because everything comes in at the same time, and then they show like the black and white of everyone playing their instrument. And I'm like, oh, now it goes into the folky stuff. I'm liking this. And then when you start to get used to the folkiness, and you're like, oh, now I'm kind of like being put into this haze. Like there's this haze, this atmosphere is being created. The moment you say that in your mind, the song becomes heavy again. Exactly.
It never lets you feel completely comfortable.
But the folkiness doesn't leave. It just
it drops into the background.
It drops into the background, yeah.
And that to me is what's good. That's what keeps the red line of the song completely all the way through.
Exactly.
It doesn't lose it. It just drops it. It's no longer driving the song. It's becoming a passenger of the song.
Exactly.
And then you keep alternating.
You have two Titan elements.
You have two drivers.
Exactly.
The song has two drivers. That you have the heaviness on one end and you have the folkiness on the other. None of these drivers, I mean, the heaviness really drops out when the song is completely folky, but the folky never does. The folkiness of the song just kind of moves into a different position.
It's changing lanes.
Kind of like that. Yeah, it's a fucking really interesting song. Sound-wise, it's really captivating. It's just a captivating track. And then the mixture of the two styles of vocals.
I can't get over that, dude. I fucking love that shit. With the yodeling vocals and the harsh
ogling.
Those things, those are so good together.
They are really good together. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
It really is. Because the yodeling it's like she's not even singing. It's more of like she's kind of humming and then he's singing underneath
like
her. But it's still like he's underneath
like
her.
Like a prayer almost.
Yeah. But still like he's underneath her because the harsh vocals don't really protrude ahead of the yodeling. It's more of like the yodeling is a little bit ahead
of the harsh vocals.
Yeah.
It almost feels like it fills in the space a little bit better.
It's filling in the gaps that the harsh vocals aren't able to fill in.
100%. I felt this 100% the same way. Fuck, amazing song. Now the question is, when's the album coming out?
Exactly.
When is the North American tour coming out? I want to see these guys in Toronto again. Last time I saw them in Toronto, I had a great time. All right. Anything else you want to add?
I think we
covered everything. We covered all bases. Glad to see these guys back.
Definitely.
Glad to see these guys back. All right. It's been too long. Let us know your thoughts on the band, on the single. Hit us up in the comments section, and we'll see you all tomorrow at the next video.
See ya.